This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Today, I want to start you off with an affirmation that is so powerful from Dreams Before Dating. I have found that the generation before me was the last in my lineage to enter the registries of poverty or those in need of charity. Financial misery stops with me. I will work to make a living and make a fortune and pass on inheritance for my next generation. And if they continue with the same spirit of financial diligence, no one in my descendants will ever have to scrape for basics or struggle for survival again. Is it actually possible to become the game changer in your lineage?
And that it is not only possible, but I believe it is it's our assignment for being given enlightenment. Enlightenment when we still have energy. And you should know that our followership has a spike for people who are 65 and above. When you look at the graph, you know, the peak is at, so there's the pre-25s, that's where it starts, but the peak is at 26 all the way to that 5. Then also you have 25, that 5 to 45, slightly, but there's a spike when you reach 65 and above.
Really?
You have a big following there. Surprising. Surprising. I mean, I tried to see, you remember they were represented in a conference?
Yes.
A lady flew all the way
All the
to
way.
come physically.
Was it from the States?
Yes.
Yes.
And I came to realize what you're describing there, they're saying, this is the message we need, and we want to make sure you guys don't miss it. They're joining in to affirm that we have done it through life. This is what you need. They're coming as our moms, our dads, sometimes grandpas, grandmas, to come and say, yes, we may have retired, we may be on this other end of life, but guys, we are happy the conversations we are having are true. This is what you need. And I want to confirm to you that our task, all of us who are born in, we needed charity support, school fees, help, we needed to depend on siblings, that's a disorder. We need to parent our parents, that's a disorder.
Yes.
You need to pay the health care of your parents, that's a disorder. That we reverse it so that ourselves will never need to be the burden to children. That we are the ones doing, we give inheritance to children and their children. One of the simple tasks we say, educate your children and their children. And when you're educating their children, tell them, I'm saving you time to prepare financially to educate their children. Let's start a pattern of school fees is always grandpa. It's always grandma. All the school fees.
Yes.
You can take the few years of school fees to build yourself so that you can educate these children's children.
That would be such a great culture.
When you become the grandpa yourself,
Yes.
I did not educate my own, I was waiting for these ones. By then you have set up assets.
Yeah. Oh.
By then you have set up properties. By then you have set up, funds, insurance policies. By that point it's not a pain. You're not using seed, you're using the fruit. That's the idea. By that point, you've grown it to harvest. You take the harvest, you pay to school. Now we've been struggling because we take the salary, the seed, to pay to school. That's why we struggle, because this was supposed to be seed. Salary is seed. Salary is seed. It's not fruit. So when you consume seed, we shall starve. That was always the rule, isn't it?
Yes.
When you consume the seed, you don't plant, we shall starve. So we've been starving because we arrive with obligations already. We are so far deep in the decay that we are the ones who must reverse it. When you are the pioneer, you carry more burden because you educate several generations to start the pattern.
Yes. Yes.
Your own and those ones of theirs.
And then
ask them not to start rolling it over. Rolling it over. The grandchildren are more, but they're finding you at a different place in life.
yes.
If you have 3 children and each has 3, you're educating 9. But how old are you by that point? How long have you been working by that point?
You're so comfortable. You're
writing a check for the year.
Yeah.
Let the parent attend Parents' Day. Do the other now non-financial parenting.
Yes.
The financial burden, forget about it. You continue building. Those children will need you.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
I have seen people who have managed to do that.
Yep.
From the baby boomer generation.
Yes.
And then their children squander it because
Yeah.
they've had it easy and
Yeah.
they've not really understood how grueling it was.
Because we gave them the fruit, we didn't give them the root. As much as you are also lifting the work for their children, you always educate them how to do it when their time comes.
Yes.
And you pass on the philosophy.
Yes.
Hopefully, you are getting the children and slotting time for them. One mistake we were making, those who are trying to get money, is that we went to work and we abandoned home. So we got money and children grew up in a void. The values did not get instilled. You did not develop a friendship. Let me surprise you, Lily. When you are friend with your child and they value you and your mentorship, they will not go so far astray without you having a chance to intervene. It's because we are so far away from them that we are being shocked by news where they have done so many damaging things. And many are naive. They just don't know direction. They don't have direction. We're not saying this is a perfect setup. You're saying you may have an element or two. But when you have one element, remember now you have two grandparents. You know, by the time you reach that point, it's not one grandparent. Huh?
Yes.
You know, I have this child, then they have their children. But by the time they have their children, they are married. The other side, there's another grandparent.
Yes.
Even if it's a character here who cannot manage, it will be very easy for the fund. We can even set up and say, to say, no problem, this one, how much is it? Thank you, I can write that one off. You know, this year, let me take the other year. Because death happens, often happens. But when families are strong financially, those small quirks and mistakes can be shielded easily. And that story where a guy witnessed the last goodbye of two old men. They were brothers. And the older one had been sick. They were well advanced in age, maybe 90s. And they were hugging for the last time. And they're seeing the siblings saying goodbye. My brother, you are such a good friend. In you I had a friend. Even when our parents passed on, we never felt alone. And they had one sister who was younger than them, in the 70s or something like that. And she's explaining, saying how the parents modeled unity and told them, remember, it's us against the world. Do not turn your back on each other. We're not talking about enmeshment until your nuclear family is suffering. We're talking about backup and loyalty. When you can raise children who have learned backup and loyalty, they have the healthy boundaries for their nuclear family. And they're teaching their own children how to look out for each other, how to know we are brothers, we know what you went through, we are sisters, we are siblings, we look out for each other. When there's a need, let's back up each other. The world will never need to come to your aid when your siblings have your backup. Actually, you shield it until you look like you have no issues.
Yes.
Because you sort them internally.
Yes.
They never become scandalous.
Yes.
The assignment here is to start a pattern of being financially strong and to pass not only the wealth, but also the wisdom that makes the wealth. Many of our mistakes, what we did was to look for money while we have no relationship. We don't come home. For men, just remember to go home after work. Don't go to the club. Go home.
Go home.
Go home.
Yes.
Do homework. Read stories. Read bedtime stories. Go home and play. One assignment I ask brothers is, when is the last time you entertained your family until their ribs were paining? Just remember the last time daddy was just so funny, and the kids are, children are open-hearted. Because you're older, you have a lot of jokes. I saw one dad joke I liked. Because asking he was just eating a banana, asking the daughter, are you aware that, the daughter is about 10 years, are you aware that humans eat more bananas than monkeys? She said, oh, really? Yeah, I mean, when's the last time you had a human eating a monkey?
Oh gosh.
The kid was caught off guard. It was so funny.
Yeah.
He's just using his intellect.
Yeah.
You have that open slate in a child.
Yes.
To crack dad jokes. That are kind of silly, but they catch you. It's true. Actually, you must eat more bananas.
Yeah.
But it made it look like he's comparing the child won't forget those jokes.
Yeah.
That was it was just so sweet. I like, is there a culture for dad jokes at home? Dad meal days? That day that you are the one with, and maybe with your son, it's a man preparing the meal for us today. However funny it is, that fun is part of the flavor.
I know. Then the food comes out and we're all trying to figure it out. So what is this?
And their standards, this is 5-star meal. You
Yeah.
guys are not just used to 5-star. What is being called 5-star? Should have a star, but anyway, for the sake of the self-esteem of the chefs.
Yeah, the mother. Yeah, it's 5-star. Love it.
So, when brothers, you know your father ain't right. When there's a culture of dad jokes with your children, with your wife, there's that family vibrancy. When your energy is at home, after work, you're not disappearing into the dark and coming when they're asleep. That's disastrous. Stop it. And the few days you are taking them out, you're also putting alcohol on the table in front of your son, planting seeds of disaster. The boy thinks when men grow, they take alcohol.
Yeah.
But you don't know how far he will take that. And you dig a ditch for him in front of your face. You don't do that. We are saying we instill culture, and funny enough, we don't have to be moguls. If we manage to become very billionaires, congratulations. But we don't have to. We just need to be, we plan well, and we have the intention of saying, I want to educate you and your child, and you make sure you educate your children's children.
Wow.
You can do that when you're just united and planning very well. When they see the effort, they'll say, no, whether they are on earth or not, I must pass my parents' baton. They handed me a baton.
We thank you, Jesus. We started
I
with
must
such a
pass
house.
that baton.
Yes.
I saw how they did not have so much, but they went out.
Yes.
Do you know when your children remember you were friends as parents? When they just remember you were united to that.
Yes.
That is such a sweet memory. And it lingers on after you leave. It's the best legacy.
It is.
It's the best legacy.
It is.
My parents, they're just honest to each other. They had each other's back. We couldn't play between them. They learn how to parent. When they remember when they were children, they could not play between the parents.
Yes.
Because you try to play them, you're brought between. Okay, so say what you are saying.
Yes.
No, I changed my mind. Before you change. So, when they showed you true loyalty, you learned it from them. You learned that these guys are always home. These guys come when they need to come. They communicate. When there's a struggle, we see them soldiering through it. They came to school. Imagine when you show up, both of you, for your child's special day, Parents' Day, and you are there with them, and you're going to listen to their affairs from schools, and you ask, they don't be given too much homework. The one thing I don't want for my children is burdened with the homework. Schoolwork is schoolwork. Homework, we have homework of cooking, homework of laughing, homework of stories. I don't want schoolwork at home. I don't know who invented this demon called homework. Now the child is home and they can't even laugh with us. They have 6 hours of mathematics. No, don't extend the program of school at home.
And then also, as parents, we also have to do the math.
You know, school homework should be application.
Yes.
Not paperwork. I mean, not books. Application. Go cook this, go try this, so that we can have family time. Why do they steal family time? The name of homework.
Benjamin, today you're on fire.
So when I go to school, I can give an opinion. My child, we only have 2 hours in the evening, and you school, you are stealing them by giving them so much homework, and it's compulsory. And me too, I have to sit there and calculate mathematics. Now I have to do a refresher course on calculus. Stop it. When we come home, we want to dance and cook and rest and go out and take dinner. Why are you fixing my child on a study table? On the few hours we have, the West does not study that way. Are they ahead of us? Something we are doing wrong. Can we change this?
Teachers, Ministry of Education. You've been reached.
That is the idea. When I'm involved, I can go all the way to contribute all the way to the way we are managing our program. The idea there is, the affirmation there is, let us start a new pattern.
Oh my goodness, I hadn't said hi to people. So hi, welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. Please get yourself a copy of these books, whichever you want, or all of them. Each goes for 1,000 bob. And also see you on November 11th, 2023, this year, at the Utali Hotel for the Grow Your Love and Money Conference. Find the details on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Quickly into the topic, you want to tell us what to do when you're feeling ignored and unheard.
That is one of the most common disastrous travesty. A big word to say being shortchanged.
I wanted to tell you, you've taught us how to be smart. We get your big words. Don't feel awkward. We get to corner with you like this.
Thank you. You know, one lady was saying she's always looking for those words. She goes online, looks at, and she goes to shine with them.
Yeah.
It's a good spirit of learning.
Yes. You've taught as well.
So, this kind of betrayal that surpasses the normal kind of disappointments in marriage. This is not human weakness, or we can always talk, or, you know. And skilled counselors tell you communication is everything. So I'm trying to tell you things that you can't solve with communication.
Yes.
So, and always check where people begin to differ with God and don't know that the people are wrong. Communication, not every, they tell you communication, God says the heart is everything. So today we are talking about change of heart. You can't out-communicate a change of heart.
Oh, no.
Communication is just relaying of information.
Yes.
And synchronizing. It's at its place. But it's only a medium. Okay?
It's not the core.
No. It's a medium. It's a way we pass what is in us. It's what we pass our messages between us. It's a relaying system. What are we relaying? The source is the heart. So today we are discussing when a person's heart has shifted. Number one, prioritize repair. Assume the best intentions. Pretend like this is just an interruption. Even if you suspect it's worse than that, it's always good to start there. Start at prioritizing repair. Repair is you bring it up yourself. There's a place the Bible listed how you bring up a difference with a person between the two of you. If they don't hear you, a witness. They don't hear you, the community. They don't hear you now. Treat them like you never knew them. Treat them like an outsider stranger. That's the part we skip.
Oh yeah, that's the part we stay at community level.
Yes.
Discussing, meeting.
Yes.
Endlessly.
Yes.
Today you're on fire.
So you prioritize repair by bringing it up between you. When they don't hear, you bring a third party, preferably a mentor or a therapist.
Okay.
Be careful with best couples. Okay. No problem with best couple. But
best couples are just chilling.
Because you're likely to replace counselors with them. You know, I realize we replace the right people with the people we are used to.
And they're usually the wrong people for the job.
Yes.
Yes.
We go to spiritual leaders for psychological counseling. Even learned people who know therapists exist.
But they studied psychology.
Many of them have not. They may have studied, but they have conflict of interest. You're also a member of a community they lead. There's a kind of challenge they can't do to you. Did you notice a very common conflict of interest, a short diversion here, where the preacher is also the one asking for money? So they have all these projects and needs for money, and they keep emphasizing that you should give. And when you are ready to receive the message of the day, they keep inserting as a confirmation for the message you should give to that giving they're doing. What does it make to you? Make you feel conflicted on the edge. You don't know whether to agree to what they're saying, or you to be careful so that you are committing by implication. Conflict of interest is very common when you give to people. When you go to like churches that are more developed, that have understood, they give the finance department a different person so that we can question them.
Yes.
How is the budget being done? How about the last givings? But if it's a person you already own and place that, you can't question, you just have to, and you're left there conflicted.
Yes.
And in many places, you end up giving so much until you're poor yourself. You know, you're giving more money in 10 places. Until you're broke yourself. Nobody's telling you about to budget what you have, advance in your own life. The emphasis is to build what they're building, not to build you. Careful now. So conflict of interest.
We really need to be careful.
Careful now.
I was once drawn to a church because of the message, and I left because of those insertions of seed and what, and constantly from the preacher, from the one prophesying over your life, and you're like, if I don't give properly, the prophecy wakes up.
When you look at where God talked about giving, he told Moses to let them give according to how their hearts move them.
Yes.
Moses was not to pester them, nag, use tricks, mental tricks, bring a foreign preacher to really hammer the message, and then cause this to happen,
I know.
According to voluntarily, according to each of them, how their heart moves them.
There's one space where Moses was asking for staff to build the temple, and it says that they gave so much.
And then he stopped them.
Yeah, stop giving. Now it was like a big request for people to stop giving.
And that's what will happen to you when you feel so much indebted because of how much a person has built you.
Yes.
And for that one time there's a need, we're supposed to build something. On your own volition, without being nagged, you will go extra mile.
Yeah.
That's what they were feeling because you have invested in them. Okay? So let's come to conflict of interest. We are saying the counseling you need, when you seek repair, you're going to get it from a professional who is independent.
All right.
Sometimes you have a person who is very wise and they have enough boundaries and maturity to accommodate that without affecting the relationship. You can still use them.
Okay.
But do not use crude equipment because you are too stingy to invest on the right equipment. People just don't want to invest in therapy, in counseling. They just, and the war drags on. The problem spreads. It is here, there. You even convene clan, your relative, and you undress yourself to your energetic neighbors who are with you for life. Your relatives are your energetic neighbors.
Yes.
Permanent. And they have nothing to lose. They pass gossip about you as a form of entertainment. Have you heard the latest? Why haven't you heard that people had gone down there? And this happened and the other. I thought it's only us who have problems. Let me tell you, nowadays, it rains everywhere. They talk.
They do.
And names are not being mentioned, but when you're supplying material for gossip, don't involve family in your marriage conflicts.
So when the Bible said community, what did it mean?
The community are those people whom you are really journeying with life.
All right.
All right. So many times you may have those friends whom you are so close, and it because they're also involved in their life, it will feel like a betrayal when you don't tell them what is happening. And they are honest and they have no conflict of interest. If you are a socially invested person, you will meet those people. They're usually a few but very dependable, and you're not even talking every day. You may be meeting after months, but when you meet, it's all energy and fun.
Yeah.
Prioritize repair on the scales of starting between the two of you, middle person therapist or mentor or a person whom you work like that, and you will know people who to invest with those kind of secrets when they have sacrificed to improve your life and they continue to hold place for you. It's not Greek science. You know somebody who drops everything to come to your need, to your aid, to attend when you need them. You know it. When we did wedding, some guys came with a baby who was so young. Was it a month or something? Or a few weeks?
At your wedding?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That kid was not even a month. This is a week or something. So we count our anniversaries with that child.
That's so good.
A guy I knew back from high school, he'd really shown interest in mentoring me. I was Form 1, they were Form 4. So later in life we caught up. And he's doing so well, a man of dignity, man of character, solid. So his wife was not even personal to us. But when we approach him and I will never forget the image of that baby, that picture there. What is that? Sacrifice.
Yeah.
And it's a long distance from Nairobi. It's not next door.
Really?
People going out to hire a car, get all that package, and they're so on time, so early.
Please don't do that with your babies, but I love this story. That's a lot.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I'm saying people whom you've seen them become the soldier when you go at war. They are your wingman or wing girl, somebody to them. They wing with you. You can see it. And they continue to, when now things happen to you, that's a safe person to, you feel you can now tell them, we tried to talk this between us and it is not resolved and I feel very unsatisfied, this person doesn't get my point. What do you think we should do? Those kind of people are also very sober. They don't lean here or lean there. And sometimes they will even avoid advising because they know the truth is very clear, but their position is conflicted.
Yes.
They'll tell you, I know a good therapist. I know a good talk to this person. They'll even go ahead to assist to organize the meeting and make sure you get to. All right? We are saying if you have those kind of people, go there. Point number 2 is, if you have exhausted methods of repair and the problem persists, either because they said, yes, I'll change, then they went back to the behavior.
Yeah.
Or they continue to gaslight, deny, minimize, escape, run, avoid.
Yeah.
Number 2 is you stop talking. Never nag. Don't stay there stressing, quarreling. When you swallow injustice that continues to irritate on you and mistreatment, you become explosive. Your personality changes. Yes. You become irritable, angry, you become stressed. You change.
Yes.
You change. When you stay in an environment where you're being mistreated and abused and overlooked, you change. You are no longer the same person again. So what happens is when you exhaust that, you keep quiet. Stop talking. What is the purpose? To let them taste life without your energy.
Wow.
Yes.
Without your energy.
Yes.
You can vacate your energy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When people vacate your energy, they no longer care too much about the small details the way they were caring when you were together. Yeah. They do the bare minimum. As they plan their way out, they're also getting you taste. What it will mean about them. It serves that purpose. And they're also not exposing themselves to be insulted, to be hurt more by you. Yes. They're also withdrawing themselves for safety. Yes. They're also doing this so that they can have a peace of mind, because when I continue opening myself and I've already... What else do you say when you have told the person the thing they're doing hurts them and they're still doing it? What else should you say now as a grown-up who is self-respecting? Do you come there to continue begging? No. Thank you very much. When you have exhausted even involving another person who could help the reasoning, a therapist, and either they denied or they continue doing it. And remember, sometimes what we are fighting over is when you have neglected me and I can feel that you are not energetically at home, you come home physically, but you log away to your social media, to your people, you sleep, you withdraw, you know, particularly if our lives have changed. We got a baby, we got a child, something I'm saying, our business boomed, you know, we got this promotion, we are in a new place as a family. Sometimes the thing that is making you change on me is just opulence, success, breakthrough.
The thing we've been wanting.
Since we got different cars, both of us, you know, some people are in love when they're in smallness. When they're riding the same car, they're dropping each other. Yes. When you have different cars, now we have different worlds. You're not talking anymore. Now that you're a CEO, now that you're a director, you're coming home, you're even giving away family time. Children are missing you. And you know, children get attached to those family time. They refuse to sleep until mom comes.
They do, yeah.
You know, they're clinging, they're waiting for mom because mom.
They can even refuse to eat.
Yes, because they're used to dinner time, we always eat together. And they're moody, they're crying, they're missing your love, they're missing your presence, and just you are there, now you're making a phone call, you're saying, give them to the phone, and they're saying, no, we are waiting for you. So imagine when you are the one at home dealing with all this stress because the partner has withdrawn. Yeah. And they continue giving excuses. Why are you taking the extra duties? We used to live with that money we had. Why are you taking this duty? Are you aware that sometimes a promotion is a distortion? You're a very good computer scientist, and they promote you to become the team leader. No, you're no longer dealing with computer science. Now you're dealing with the
management,
yes,
administration,
the people. Yeah, that's not your vibe. You excel in one level, they promote you to the wrong level. Now you're underperforming. You're asking, demote me back where I was.
Yeah, I get you.
Your career growth. We want you to grow. We are challenging you to the next level. Next level of the same thing. So a good engineer should be promoted to the next engineering level, not people managing level. Yes. So make sure that you're being promoted, you're not being moved away from your family by being given traveling career now. And you need to be settling more, but now they're sending you all over. Ethiopia, Eritrea, Rwanda. And last time we heard about you, your phone came on live shortly. Oh, man. Because you landed in Mombasa. Now you're taken off again to Addis Ababa. No. Because a promotion, no, that's a demotion when it comes to family.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Lily, we arrange our life and we surpass some opportunities because of the season we are in.
Season
we are in. When our children, all of them are in college and they're grown, we can now, both of us, become globetrotters.
Yes.
Both of us.
Yes.
The last step after you have become silent, created emotional distance, is now when it comes to it. Step 3 is when it comes to it, accept the inevitable. Don't live in a void until you become a different person. When you stay in a place that has a name for being place of love or marriage, but that person vacated long ago, we even live in different rooms, this and the other. You become, you change, your person, you lose yourself. You lose yourself. And you can tell when you're drifting, when you're person, you can tell there's a drift. I'm disconnecting. I'm detaching. Something in me is giving way. You start cheating, but you're cheating on a void. You're cheating on a what?
The thing is not there anymore.
Yes. But on paper, this is still what? Cheating, because you're still legally...
So is it cheating though? If I cheat, have I cheated?
Yes, because you're still married. You're confusing your life. You see, previously you were not this kind of person.
Yes.
So don't corner yourself into something that will damage the very children you care about. The third step is to say, if you're still being ignored and you're not being heard. One teacher was saying, when your hearts are close, you will whisper and you still hear each other. When your hearts are far away, you shout, but you still can't hear each other. If you're forced to be shouting, insisting, pestering, repeating, emphasizing, begging, waiting, you're not being heard. The point we are saying is, when it comes to it, accept. Yes.
Oh, what a powerful show. Today I broke out into song. Do you feel like a power has left your body?
I enjoy it. I feel like all of us are, it's like we are swimming.
Oh, it's such a powerful show. I don't even know what my take home is. I felt like this show was a song and I will listen to it many times after it's uploaded. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next episode and on November 11th, 2023 at the Grow Your Love and Your Money conference at the Utali Hotel. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Months. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better person.